Previously on Imperium, Primaris Lieutenant Felicius Andranus managed to fend off his Skorpekh Destroyer unit. Now, we see if Primaris Captain Ferrio Ulthar can make his way through 3 Skorpekh Destroyers to reunite with his troops. So we'll start with Space Marine turn 1, and we'll begin by moving the Primaris Captain Ferrio 5 inches towards the Skorpekh Destroyer in the middle, so that he's staying outside of the 1 inch engagement range. And from there we will shoot. So we'll be rolling 1 dice, looking for a 2+, but only getting a 1, so unsuccessful. And from there he will then charge a Skorpekh Destroyer, but since he's only 1 inch away, we won't bother rolling the dice. We'll just move him straight in. Now we can attack, and with his mastercrafted power sword, which is named the Ire of Ultramar, he will have 5 attacks, again needing 2s. So 4 successful. And in this issue we're being introduced to armor penetration, or AP, and the Primaris Captain with his mastercrafted power sword has an AP of -3. So we will be taking 3 off of the save rolls for the Necron, meaning the Necron is only making saves if he's getting a 6, which he fails epically. And since the Skorpekh Destroyer only has 3 wounds, he is out of the game, making that the end of Space Marines turn 1. Now on to Necrons turn 1. And we'll begin by moving the Skorpekh Destroyer at the back, which has a movement of 8 inches, but we'll be moving him so that he's 1 inch away from the Primaris Captain, so outside of engagement range. And then we'll do the same for the other Skorpekh. And as both of them only have melee weapons, we will go to the charge. And again, they're only 1 inch away, so we won't bother rolling for this. We'll just move them straight into the base contact with the Primaris Captain. So it's looking like Ferrio might be in a bit of trouble here. So onto the fight phase. We'll start with the Skorpekh Destroyer at the back here, with his 3 attacks, looking for a 3+. 1 successful. Now the Skorpekh Destroyer's Hyperphase Blade also has an AP of -3, but the Primaris Captain has the ability Iron Halo, so he has 4+ invulnerable save. So if we can roll a 4 here, the AP does nothing. He gets a 5, so the save is successful. Moving on to the other Skorpekh Destroyer. Again, 3 attacks. 2 successful. But only 1 successful save. So Ferrio will be taking a wound here. But he has 6 wounds, so still a little way to go. And that is the end of Necron turn 1, onto Space Marines turn 2. Now the only movement he could do would be to fall back, but if he did that then he couldn't shoot or charge. So we will leave him where he is, and luckily the Primaris Captain is armed with a plasma pistol, so he can shoot even when engaged. So with his pistol, which has been named Patrician's Fury, he'll roll 1 dice, needing a 2+, getting a 3. I should have said that he is aiming for the Skorpekh Destroyer at the back here. So that is a successful hit. And again, his pistol has AP of -3. So let's try to save that. The Skorpekh will need a 6, but only gets a 3. So he will be taking a wound. And he is now down to 2 wounds remaining. So with Ferrio's power sword, the Ire of Ultramar, he'll be using all 5 attacks into the Skorpekh Destroyer at the rear there, needing a 2+. 3 successful. Can the Skorpekh Destroyer make the save? Can the Skorpekh Destroyer make the saves? He makes 2, but will receive 1 more wound. And that is the end of Space Marines turn 2, onto Necrons turn 2. And we will begin with the wounded Skorpekh Destroyer, making 3 attacks, hitting on a 3+, and with an AP of -3, Ferrio will need to make his invulnerable saves of the 4+. Only 1 successful, so he'll be taking another 2 wounds. Now down to 3 remaining. And on to the other Skorpekh Destroyer with his 3 attacks. Could this be the end of Ferrio? 2 successful. So needing his invulnerable saves. Making 1 but sustaining another wound. He is now down to just 2 wounds remaining. And that is the end of Necron's turn 2, onto Space Marines turn 3. Is Ferio able to take out this Skorpekh Destroyer with his plasma pistol? Let's find out. Unsuccessful in his roll, so that will be a no. Onto his power sword, and he will be splitting his attacks. So he'll be making 2 attacks on this Skorpekh Destroyer. So let's roll off them first. 1 successful, and with the AP of -3, if the Skorpekh Destroyer doesn't roll a 6 here, then he is out of the game. That is just out of shot. Let me move this camera. That is literally teetering on the edge here. As you can see, that is a 6. So somehow he has managed to stay in the game. But now for the other Skorpekh Destroyer, let's see if Ferio can take him out of the game with his 3 remaining attacks. All 3 successful. So can the Skorpekh Destroyer be lucky and get 3 6s? Not making any. So unfortunately for the Necrons, he is out of the game. So we've got 1 Skorpekh Destroyer left, but Ferio has only got 2 wounds remaining. So that's the end of Space Marines turn 3, onto Necrons turn 3. And let's just jump straight into the fighting. The Skorpekh Destroyer with his Hyper Phase Blade has 3 attacks, looking for a 3+. Successful with 2 of the rolls, so that could be the end of Ferio here if he can't make his saves. Again, the Hyper Phase Blade has an AP of -3, so Ferio needs his 4+ invulnerable saves. And he makes them both, so no wounds this round. That is the end of Necrons turn 3, onto Space Marines turn 4. So Ferio, looking for that final wound on the Necron, will kick off with his plasma pistol attack, looking for a 2+, only getting a 1. The pistol hasn't done that well in this game. But now with his power sword, he has 5 attacks, so this will surely be the end of the Necrons. 3 6s, a 4 and a 1. So 4 successful, AP of -3. I don't think the Skorpekh Destroyer is going to be getting 4 6s, but stranger things have happened. We've dropped 1. All 4 wounds going through. That is the end of the Skorpekh Destroyers. Ferio has managed to clear his path and can now reunite with his troops. Now let's find out which one of my Patreon supporters is going to become the sponsor and eventual owner of the Primaris Captain from this episode. So on a dice roll of a 1, 2 or 3, it's going to be James from Madmagos. On a 4, 5 or 6, it's going to be LSX Optimus. And that's a 3, so congratulations James. This one will be yours eventually. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.